All right, guys, this is Monday, March 22nd. Just going to go over a quick trade review. There's some great volume on Friday for a lot of these trades. A lot of them are setting up more smaller caps than anything for some of these pops we had today on Monday. One of my biggest focuses over the weekend was Grow Generation Corp, which is GRWG. This is a huge company. It's coming up, 150% growth in sales. I think last quarter, it's expected to have another 140% growth this quarter. If we look at the numbers right here, just an incredible increase in fundamentals. So you have profit margin, income, and revenue all skyrocketing, and they're set to report a 700% increase in EPS this Wednesday, coming up on the 4th after market close. So I'm not going to trade that specific day, but what I did do is I bought some over the weekend. I looked at the breakout of 55. I was looking to sell around $60 this morning, but I only ended up selling about a third of my position closer to that number. I thought it had a little more umph in it. Thought it was going to go a little higher than it did. But turns out, it just didn't work out that way for me. So where we were, it was more along the lines of right here. I got out about right here around 58.50, only a third of my position. I held about a couple hundred more shares, and I got out on this bump up right here just because I didn't want to hold anything past 55. I did have my stop loss up around $55, break even pretty much. So I didn't lose any money on this trade. I got out with got out with a little bit of profit on it. I had a lot of hope for this stock, but took my trade and walked away. I'm not going to trade this until earnings are over again. I'm sure they're going to be blowout. I'm sure this stock's going to take off after earnings, but I just don't gamble. That's not what I do. I just don't accept that kind of risk of not knowing which way they go. It could easily gap down 20 points as easily as gap up 20 points, no matter how much information you have at your disposal. So after I got stopped out of this one, I freed up a lot of capital, and I looked for my next trade, which was on my radar. I was going to get into, where was it? I was going to get into Etsy and MGNI. MGNI did break out today. I didn't get to grab it. I kind of just was focused on GRWG today. That's okay. I mean, stocks take off all the time without me. It's nothing I'm, not used to. There'll be another trade. Etsy probably going to go tomorrow. Had an inside day today. Had this nice consolidation pattern right here. Look for a breakthrough 225. Keep your stop loss low. I won't be trading this just because I'm capitalized out. I have two stocks on my portfolio that I've bought into, and I'll go over those here in just a second. The first, Etsy too, just to kind of wrap Etsy up, they're the same thing as GRWG, except they are already past earnings, so this is a more consistent, profitable chart pattern. You're going to be able to trade this one a lot easier without the risk of earnings right in front of you. So this one, you takes off, you just trail your stop loss, take your profit. I would aim for 250, a 25-point move. If you're like me in shorter term, want to just take those profits and move after a few days. But if you're a longer term hold, Etsy does look pretty solid for the longer term. Longer term meaning about a year. If they can keep up this success they've had in quarantine and lockdown, I have great hopes. It's really hard to top this huge increase in revenue when it's mostly dedicated to. It's mostly because of people being locked down. But my positive outlooks are for Etsy, for sure. A lot of positivity. One of the stocks I bought before the close midday was ALDX. So this is not one of the stocks that have like incredible financials. It's actually losing money right now. But this pattern and some of the outlooks I've seen on this, it's well under fair market value of 195, so it's hugely undervalued. Not that matters too much when it comes to technical trading. It's a standard bull flag. It's only 25-30% off of highs, not too far off highs. So I'll be placing those trade. I placed about 500 shares. I think I got an average of 1240, 1235. Pulled back a little bit from the 1250 breakout I'm looking for. I have a pretty tight stop loss right under here, about 1150, 1175. Want some incredible volume to push us up through 12.50 and just to keep us going. I'll probably look to sell around $14-15 if we can get up towards that. What really adds some confidence to this trade is this huge green volume bar inside day right here, the day on Friday. So we had this candle right here, just incredible volume. What is that? 4.2 million shares traded, and it didn't break out of the candle height, so it's still stuck in between those. That's really good consolidation. The fact that then it broke out of this downward channel, and now it's stuck under its main resistance of 12.50. That's the main breakout level that I would usually look for, but since it's not too far off its consolidation point and it's still breaking out of this downward channel, I went ahead and bought my full share size. I started with half, then I loaded up on a full share size. That'll allow me to take a little extra profit as it moves up, because I'm in a little bit early. I'm really bad about buying early into stocks. Sometimes it works out phenomenally and sometimes it doesn't, but I'm really eager about this one. This one looks pretty good on a technical basis, but if all else fails, it's not that. It's like $500 loss, $500 loss. So nothing too crazy when you look at the risk reward. And the reason I say I'm going to take profits around 14.15 is that's where these other candles top out. So I mean 14.50 up to 15, I'm going to be looking to take my positions off around there, if not earlier, around 13.50. I might hold the last little bit up till $16.70, $17. But like I said in other videos, as it approaches those highs for the second time, you're going to run into a lot of sellers wanting to get rid of their positions that they're stuck in. The third, fourth, fifth time at those levels, we're going to be looking at a little bit easier effort to break out from that high. Last one I got into, MTCH, bought a couple hundred shares of this name. Same kind of technical setup as we saw on ALDX. We have 157 actually is the main breakout level. 156 could be another one. Actually, probably I'd say 156 is the main breakout level. Up through 157, you'll have a little bit of resistance, but I bought in at the break of this 153 area. I got on 153.35, I believe. So I got in a little bit early to this one as well. I like some of the numbers coming out of this trade. Last year they did pretty great. They're still increasing about 1.5% from quarter over quarter, which is pretty solid, and revenue and profit margin up pretty great. So nothing too crazy today. I'm still going to probably sell this one closer it gets to 170, maybe even sooner around 165. Not looking for a home run hit here. Just want to kind of take what I have off the table when it comes down to it. Guys, if you have anything you want to drop in chat, DM me if you're part of the group chat. If you're not, this QR code right here in the corner, go ahead and take pick up your camera and screenshot that or scan that. Take you right to our Discord channel. We're still growing, so looking forward to see you in chat.